guest in this second segment is Marcy Post, Recreation Manager for the City of Midland Recreation Department. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, Judy.
Marcy, the month is April, spring is here, and folks are ready for some outdoor recreation.
Yes, they are.
What are some of the spring and summer activities offered by the Recreation Department?
Well, I guess I have to start with we are still softball capital of Michigan,
Yes.
and so that kind of precedes everything that we do. We've got girls fast pitch that's going to be starting soon, and that's for girls ages 5 to 13. Leagues have already been formed, so now we are waiting to play. They're practicing and putting teams together, so play begins on April 25th for that league. And they actually play out at Optimist Park, so it's out kind of what they used to call it the old waterworks out on Waldo, Bay City Road area. So they'll get started. Adult softball, of course, we have over 2,500 people that play softball for the spring season. 2,500, yep.
Shocking amount.
Over 2,500. So play begins for that on May 3rd. So of course we're always excited, and so far our fields are staying relatively dry. So if we can get started on time, I have got a softball population that is ripping and rearing to go. So we're really excited about that going, and we are still looking for people if they want to play on a team for free agents. If people are interested in getting involved, no matter if they're 25 or 65, we've got leagues for everybody, co-ed and men's and women's, so lots of opportunity there for people to join. And then I'm excited about an annual event that I do every year, and it's a baseball softball event for kids, and it's called the Pitch Hit and Run, and we've done it for years and years, and it's on May 9th at Emerson Park at Curry Stadium. And it's an opportunity for kids, even if they've never played the sport, be it baseball or softball, to do some skills competition. And the winners of our competition go on to a regional competition, which also is held here in Midland. And then from there, if they advance on, they go to Comerica Park, and even as far as the All-Star game in July. And I've actually had a kid go that far, so it's a great opportunity for them to, mess around. And like I said, even if they've never played the sport or picked up a bat, it's amazing what some of these kids have done. So we're excited about this event, yeah.
So what are some of the department's other sports activities?
Some of the sports activities that we do, we actually have a pretty intense beach volleyball league. We play it out at Stratford Park off of Ashman, and the leagues are always full, and we do start registration for that on April 6th, so I've already got volleyball players kind of clamoring at my back door waiting to get in and get registered. So we are preparing for that right now, along with swim lessons at Plymouth Pool for kids. Registration starts on May 27th for that, and those also fill up very quickly. So we've got a new Rec Pro software this year, so we're just programming the software, make sure we're good to go, and then we'll start going live for these different events as we get going. So we're also planning in October, actually, a trip for persons ages 15 over. We call it the Mackinac Island Grand Experience, and that will also be releasing on April 6th. This will be our 6th year taking the trip to Mackinac Island, and it's this year will be a 4-day trip to the island. Activities range from bocce ball to bingo, but we start registration so early because the trip does fill, and it's a wonderful experience for persons 15 over. So those are kind of some of the other sports that we do. And the list goes on, but those are some of the big ones.
Sure. So what are some of the non-sports sorts of things that are not related to playing on the field? Not related
to playing on the field, but maybe playing in the parks, of course, is Tunes by the Tridge, and everybody wants to know what that schedule looks like. I've just solidified it, and we're getting ready to put the promotional material out. Of course, we start the first Thursday in June, which happens to be June 4th this year. Got a fantastic lineup, some locals, returning band from last year. We've got some funk. We've got some Peter Paul. We've got a Peter, Paul and Mary nostalgia band. So we've got some really interesting things, and that'll go through the first Thursday in August, and that last one will finalize as the Battle of the Band. So of course we're excited about tunes. So look for more information on that. It's a great way to kick off the summertime.
Then you mentioned you wanted to talk about shelter rentals.
Yeah,
I know that's always
shelter
popular.
rentals are very popular. We're really excited. We've made a change this year, and those will go, the rentals themselves, making a reservation will actually go year-round now. So instead of waiting, we used to wait on the first Monday or the second Monday of January annually for the following season. We opened that up to a year-round, a 364-day rental, and that way it gives folks an opportunity to pick the date at the shelter, at the rental that they're having, and then, you know, reserve it on the next day for the following year.
That'll be great for people with long-range planning.
Absolutely, and weddings and special events in our community are a huge portion of what we do. So we want to make sure that everybody knows what their date is and has some time, and graduation parties as well, because those kids, they come very quickly. So we're really excited, and they can reserve online with no convenience fee, and they can also reserve in our office as well.
Good to know. Well, that was what I was going to ask you. Where can the viewers find more information about any of the activities and services that we've talked about?
Our website is, of course, always a great place to go. It's cityofmidlandmi.gov/recreation. That's kind of our landing page within recreation. Then we have lots of pages for all the different things that we do, but buttons everywhere on where to reserve and where to find schedules and things.
And good old telephone works too.
Telephone, yes, it still works. We're at 837-6930.
Well, thank you, Marcy, for that update on the Parks and Recreation activities.
Excellent. Thank you.
In our next segment, we're going to learn about ways to become prepared for a potential emergency.